Was right at the back end of the field and started to improve at the 800. There was Dornish, as you can look at your screen, and moved up pretty impressively at the 600, where we had Shivalik Gold, who was leading right through, and was joined by Magnite, and eventually Dornish came up with an absolute rattle on the outside and took over the running and just left the field high and dry and went on to win the opener of the day, which is the Hall of Famer Cup here in Calcutta on Derby Day. So a big win for trainer Vijay Singh and property of Mr. Subir Das Gupta, representing Messrs. Kennel Stud Farm Private Limited, ridden by S.A. Gray, winner of the Hall of Famer Cup, Dornish. Lying third at the moment as they go past the 600. It was Sir Phoenix who was leading all the way, being tracked there by Arrow, who seemed pretty handy in second. But as they turn into the straight, it is Sir Phoenix who tried to kick away. But Santana came up with a good run on the outside, being ridden there by S. Anthony Raj, and took over the running in the last 150 meters, and Trebian was the one with S. Zarvan who gave it a good fight, but Santana had much more in tank and held on by a length from Trebian. So win for Santana, trained by Bharat Singh, ridden by S. Anthony Raj, property of Mr. Joydeep Datta Gupta, Mr. Jeet Banerjee, Mr. Achutan Siddharth. Indian Tiger was the one who shot into the lead and led all the way till they turned for home, and was chased there by Nova and Circus Queen, and Delphini travelled in a handy posse on the outside and eventually turned into the home straight, and you could make out the winner a long way from home. It was Delphini who was ridden out by Neeraj Raval and just gave a push or two and kicked away and took over the running and went about a length and a half too clear of Nova, who tried to fat back but was too good for the day. Was Delphini, trained by Ashe Doctor, ridden by Neeraj Raval, owned by property of Mr. Solomon N. Beneveniste, Mr. Vishal Doctor, Mr. Kamal J. Doctor, representing Deciding Factor LLP, Mr. Hemang Devendra Doctor, Mr. Nihad Doctor, and Mr. Zadmal Singh Gurgare. We had Mountain Lion, who was leading the pack right through and was chased there by Big Star. The Undertaker seemed pretty in handy posse in third, and Ghost was right in the center. Was tucked in there was Tigrio, the eventual winner, but turned into the home straight. Mountain Lion tried to kick away, and you could make out a long way from home with Tigrio being ridden by R.S. Bhatti. Came up with a very good run on the outside and took over the running eventually in the last 150 meters with the hard-fighting Mountain Lion and Top Notch and Cletus and Exotic seemed to be all in futile chase, but it was eventually Tigrio ridden on hands and heels and won that impressively, and close fight for the minor placings would leave that to the judge, but eventually the winner was Tigrio, Phoenix Star of Tigris Noah, owned by Mr. Salman Tariq and trained by Sham S. Habu and ridden by R.S. Bhatti. It was Razina Star who led all the way into the home straight, being tracked there by Social Truth, and Leonardo was always in a handy posse and just waited for room, which he did eventually get at the top of the home straight, and came alongside of the front runner that was Razina Star, and ridden on hands and heels there was Leonardo by jockey Akshay Kumar, and just a reminder there, and he kicked away and took over the running, and it is all over for Leonardo, coming out and winning the EPCO Live Smart Indian Champagne Stakes. Grade 3, impressively from Razina Star and Social Truth. So Leonardo, the winner, trained by Vijay Singh, owned by Ms. Amita Mehra, Mr. Arjun Alagapan, Racing LLP, and Mr. Chandrakant Kankaria.
100 from the judge. Sitara continuing to call the shots from the front. Soaring High was always traveling well on his outside. It was Nikhil Naidu on Soaring High waiting to make his move. So he presses the button first and goes after Sitara. And by this time, Neeraj Raval is about fifth now on Awesome One. He starts straightening him out. And those famous colors of Mr. Suman Dalmia. Awesome One reacts beautifully to the stick and comes level with Soaring High and Sitara and goes on to win this by a comfortable margin of about a half a length. So congratulations to the connections.
move into third position. Dropping out of it there was Silvaris, and then Alistair moving up under pressure. Sea Lion, who's been caught about 7 horses wide on the stand side. But as they straighten up, and Eastwood rockets to the front. Camila tries a run on the outside and then opts to go for the inside. And then there's Sea Lion, but it's still Eastwood on the outside there, and on the inside with Akshay Kumar is Camila battling on. It's Eastwood from Camila and Sea Lion, but Eastwood just holds it there. So Eastwood has come out to win the Calcutta Derby here for Kunal Gupta, trained by Christopher Alford, ridden by Neeraj Rawal, the son of Phoenix Star, out of Do Re Mi, has shocked them all. He ran second in the 2,000 guineas.
As the field goes past the 600, you see Lion Queen in front, having a good lead of 2.5, 3 lengths in front of Marcelito in the middle. Castillo got a lovely run down the inside. Amazonia looked threatening on the outside. We see Wenching cruising up on the outside of Amazonia with R.S. Bhatti. As they come to the straight, Lion Queen had already shot her bolt over there. Castillo got a lovely dream run down the inside. Led briefly from Amazonia before Wenching was put in top gear. And it was a battle down to the wire with Wenching and Castillo going hammer and tong till the finish. Wenching having that just a little better at the finish from Castillo, drawing a 3/4 of a length and winning it from Castillo from the fast finishing Star Justice in third.